Welcome back, everybody. Despite progress, adults living with type 1 diabetes still struggle with the impact this disease has on their lives. So a national study has been taken, and the survey results tell us much. Dr. George Grunberger is the chairman of the Diabetes Institute and joins us live this morning via satellite with some of the results there. Good morning, Dr. Grunberger. Tell us, first of all, how many Americans suffer with type 1 diabetes?
Well, thanks, Linda, for asking, because as you sort of alluded to, people sometimes get confused. So about 1.5 million people in the U.S. suffer from type 1 diabetes, out of a total about 30 million of those in the U.S. afflicted by diabetes. But again, type 1 is one of the major types, about 1.5 million.
So what aspects of the TID study did the survey explore?
Well, that survey, which really focused on the unmet needs, was actually very interesting because it looked at sort of the experience, attitudes, thoughts of both the endocrinologists, so specialists who deal with diabetes, and the patients living in the U.S. with type 1 diabetes. And it sort of examined what's basically going on and are there any unmet needs. And I think a couple of things were sort of exciting. Number one, that both endocrinologists and patients felt that recent advances made in trying to figure out what's going on eventually will lead to cure. So there's hope on part of most patients and physicians there will be a cure. But the other thing, which I think came out pretty loud and clear, about 90%, both patients and physicians felt that more advances are needed, that not enough is being known and done about dealing with the disease. And the last thing was that about 9 out of 10 patients surveyed felt that living with T1D today adds stress to daily lives. And again, I don't think people realize that extra stress, the struggles patients have to deal with the disease, because, you know, that survey revealed more than half struggle, for example, try to avoid eating out or social gatherings or driving or going on vacations, and it really affects the way they interact with their families and, you know, friends and society. So clearly more needs to be done to make sure those patients can lead, hopefully, normal, productive lives.
Well, this had to be very interesting for doctors and endocrinologists to get this information, because now we can actually go forward and treat these people with what's really on their mind and to help improve their lives and maybe relieve some of the stress, but yet continue on with the medications and the research.
Absolutely, and that's the key, and I think what you already said is the key, both for the physicians who might be knowledgeable about the advances to share it with their patients, and conversely, for the patients to share with the doctors what are those struggles, what is extra stress, is there anything specific until we have the cure that the physicians can help the patients to deal with.
It will be good for those people to know that certainly medicine is thinking about them and wondering how they're doing with this disease and is ready to answer their needs. Thank you, Dr. Grunberger. For more information, do we have a website?
Absolutely. Thanks, Linda. So go beyond insulin alone, T1D.com. That's the website to go to for more information.
Thank you very much, Dr. Grunberger. It's great to get this information.
You're welcome.
And as we go to break, I'm going to leave you with that website one more time. It's go beyond insulin alone, T1D.com.